In the heart of Penticton, where the vibrant hues of the Okanagan landscape meet the golden years of life, a remarkable journey unfolds. Welcome to Artsy Aging in the Okanagan, a captivating series exploring the transformative power of art classes that help enhance the lives of seniors and create a tight-knit community. Penticton, a picturesque town nestled between lush vineyards and the tranquil waters of two Okanagan lakes, becomes the canvas for a group of seniors on a journey of self-discovery and lifelong connections. As the series unfolds, we witness the laughter shared over spilled paint, the joy that comes with creative breakthroughs, and the warmth of a supportive community that transcends age and background. Artsy Aging in the Okanagan invites viewers to join this enchanting journey where art becomes the bridge that connects hearts, crossing the boundaries of time and bringing colorful vibrance to the golden years. All right, well, I'll let you introduce yourself.
My name is Janice Stevens, and I've lived in Penticton since 2011. I wasn't originally from here, but I feel very part of the community. It took me a while, and I think one of the questions in here is, how did I get acclimatized in here? And it took me a while, I must say. I've been looking for my group, and I really feel confident that I found my group here with you, Alice. I really do. I feel included and heard, and not judged at all, because sometimes you're trying to do things or fit into a group when you're new, and it's really hard. But this one, honestly, I don't know, like, you're just all encompassing beautiful people here.
Oh, that's so good to hear. I'm glad you feel welcome here. Mm-hmm. So how did you first become involved in this Artsy Aging?
I believe I saw a poster at Lear House. I love art, and I've been always going to Lear House a lot. And I saw the Artsy Aging, and it said for the certain group. And I think I just showed up at a meeting or a class.
So you were looking for a way to meet people?
To do art too. That was, just to have a common goal, but also I'm not an artist, but I thought, well, let's see how this goes.
I think everyone's an artist.
I guess. I've learned this. There is no mistakes, they say.
Absolutely. Could you share a specific moment or experience that stands out for you in your time that you've spent in the art group?
I have many beautiful experiences here, and there's one in particular, I suppose, that I could pinpoint. It doesn't have so much to do with the fact that we were doing art, but we were working on a collaborative project. We were also had a quilt one that we were also working on when this one was happening. And just, there wasn't a lot of us in the class, but we were just all around collaboratively working with one another in such a genuine way, like a way that you're not forced into it, you're just enjoying one another's company and not even necessarily talking about what you're doing, you're just talking about life in general. So those are the moments that I've really enjoyed.
How has engaging in artistic activities impacted your emotional well-being and overall quality of life?
Oh, quite a bit actually, because I notice when I'm here, I don't think about things. It's not, I'm not trying to empty my mind like as if I was in a yoga meditation class. I'm just enjoying, and then therefore I don't really think about a lot of things, and so therefore my emotional well-being is better because I'm not focusing on my problems, and of which all of us have many, and we understand that we all go through trials and traumas and situations, and so it's certainly helped me cope with some of the more recent ones that's been occurring with my family, my mother and my cousin and things like that. But yeah, it's been really good for just being here and focusing. helping me as a caregiver. I am finding that caregiver support group isn't necessarily something that I always have time to do, but I feel like could just be a caregiver support group, because a lot of the people in here also have gone through the experience of...
Or are currently caregivers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that a lot, that the space we have here, we've sort of developed our own little community in this group. And that kind of break from having to think about things is so healing in a way.
It really is. I truly agree. Yeah.
Can you share any personal stories of self-discovery or growth that you attribute to your involvement in the art group?
Well, I've certainly expanded a little bit in trying a bit of art. I honestly must admit I haven't always got the time to practice it at home. But when I do, I enjoy just, trying it out. And I have a lot of artsy people in my own family whom they have shown me how to do some things. For example, my sister, who comes here sometimes, and she's an artist from Edmonton, and actually when she comes here, this is just kind of a side story, she said that's one of the best art groups I've been in. I know. Yeah, she feels it's just very warm and welcoming. And she's been involved with a lot of art groups that she's been in, like for 20 years or whatnot. And that the relationships get formed over time. Yeah. But yeah, personally, I'm just thrilled and enjoying it just so much. So I do look forward to these days.
Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Have you noticed any changes in your creative abilities or perspectives since you started participating in these programs?
Well, my creativity is lacking sometimes, I feel, but I get creative here. One thing that I do, I always love nature, and I love being out in nature. But you know what I notice more? I just notice the shades, the shading of a tree, the light filtering through the leaves. Those little things that were shadows. And from in here, we've learned a lot about shading and that type of thing. And when I go out and look at my own backyard and nature around me, then I really go, oh yeah, there's that shadow. Let me try and do that. So yeah, it's certainly opened my eyes to seeing a lot more of what's out there in nature, and also how do you paint that.
Yeah, that's so cool. This painting was done by the group of artsy agers. We came up with a reference picture. We wanted a picture with an old woman in a purple cape on a path with a stick, and everybody helped to paint this. So somewhere we have a sheet with everybody's signatures on it who joined in. It took us we have 2-hour sessions. It took us probably 4 or 5 sessions, and I think we might have one more because we realized that different people work on them. So we noticed today that somebody had redone some of this, but they hadn't put the shadows from the trees past the stick. So there's some improvements that still need to be done, and some last minute touches. We're going to be making a print of this, and we'll be offering it to all the agencies in the community groups who support the Aging Well in Penticton.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being here for this interview.
Welcome.
I so appreciate you being in our group.
Oh.
You're always so warm and welcoming.
Oh, I'm so happy, and I thank you very much for this group. It's just been enjoyable. And it still is, and it's still going to be.
It's going to be as long as we can make it.
Yeah, that's right, we will. Yeah.
group called Artsy Aging with Alice. This is a group for seniors in the Okanagan, in the Penticton area. And we have a lot of fun. Our program, I should say, is funded by Aging Well Penticton, which is a group of community agencies and businesses that recognize that senior art is important. Every week, we meet twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings. I try to come up with something different each session, something to spark people's and participants' imagination and their sense of creativity.
Thanks. Have you noticed how art has enhanced some of your senior class participants' lives?
Absolutely. Our group has its drop-in, so I never know who's going to show up, and neither do they. But they've gotten to know each other, and it has become a community, a supportive community. So because we're seniors, there's often people who have lost a partner. So there's people in the group who are grieving. Coming out of COVID, there was a lot of people trying to deal with isolation and loneliness. People who are new to the community. It's a very welcoming group. People have made strong friendships that have lasted even when they leave the group. And one of the interesting things I have found about this group, after 3 years, I can tell you that the group is completely different than it was 3 years ago, different people. Because people come, it seems, as they need it. So if they are grieving or lonely or need to meet some people, they will come for a while, and then it has filled the need or healed whatever they needed to heal, and they move on in a different direction, and then new people join the group. So it's always changing, and yet it's a close group.
Do you see the need for art in communities, not just Penticton, but other communities for seniors?
Absolutely. One of the things that happens when you age and stop working is partly you need to fill your time. So the role of your job, your 8-hour, 9-to-5 job, is not there anymore. So they have a lot of time on their hands.
How many seniors are usually in a class, and how many classes do you teach every month?
I do a class every Tuesday and Thursday. So Tuesdays are generally watercolors, Thursdays are generally acrylics, but I throw in every once in a while a craft of some kind, or pastels, or something different to, sometimes pastels is what somebody discovers is their passion, what sparks their imagination and their sense of creativity. The class is generally 6 to 12 people. It's been drop-in, so it varies. I think I had one class in 3 years that had one person. A couple of times I've had 2 people. Last week I had 16. So it really varies on people's availability, the time of year, because a lot of our seniors travel, they're snowbirds, so they're starting to come back now to Penticton after being in warmer climates for the winter, coming back to participate now.
Thanks.
Hi. Can you tell me a bit about your experiences as a senior in the Okanagan?
Oh, as a senior here in the Okanagan, my goodness, I came here to Penticton in 2020, and of course right in the middle of COVID, so I really didn't get to meet people here. And I found in the little area that I lived, people are very friendly, especially here in Penticton. And even though you're yelling at each other from the end of the driveways, they're, "Hi, how are you?" So I thought, well, when I retire, I'm going to look for things that I've always promised myself I'm going to do. And art has always intrigued me. It's at one point what I would refer to as my sanity keeper. I'd sit down and I'd either draw or paint or do cross stitch or things like that. But you're always alone. So I was looking for a way to get out.
And can you describe any friendships or relationships that you've developed from this artsy aging group?
Oh, it's a really neat group of ladies, and now I see more gentlemen coming out every week. I haven't explored getting to know people beyond the classroom environment, but even today I was asking if anyone could give a ride, and oh yes, no problem, you just let us know. So, very friendly group of people, always something to laugh about. They're just delightful to come together, and they all have the art in common, which is really exciting. Some don't do much, but others enjoy their visit while they're here, and I just enjoy the whole atmosphere. It's just great.
It's a very supportive community that's come out of this group.
True, yeah.
Can you describe how the art has helped you personally?
Well, for me, art is a release. You get bogged down with things that go on in your life, and you think, oh, I'm the only one that has all these problems. And when you're in a group like this, you hear little snippets of things, and you realize, oh, no, I'm not. And it's an outlet. You sort of calm yourself, you calm your mind, you focus on something, and something beautiful comes out of it as well.
All right. What advice would you give other seniors who are interested in joining an art group?
Oh, it was fun. When I was at the aquatic center the other day, one lady was asking me, well, you come here and you swim. Do you do other things? And so I was telling her about Artsy aging. And she says, oh, and it doesn't cost me anything? Like, do I have to bring stuff? Or I said, no, you just come, and it's a wonderful group of people. And everyone just either chats or they do their art. We have many projects that Alice introduces us to, and so it's been kind of inspiring to introduce it to other people as well. So I've got a couple of ladies that are intrigued and want to join, and I've told them to come with me, and and not that they're artistic by nature, but I said, you don't have to be, you can just come and visit even. A lot of the ladies might start something, but it's not like they finish it necessarily. They get chatting away, and just enjoy the camaraderie. But here in the Okanagan, there's the sports, and I think that's what kind of initially brought us to Penticton. We thought we could get involved in festivals and volunteering, and when your life changes when you become a senior, and you're no longer in that working environment. Your whole life kind of is based on getting up, going to work, doing your job, running the household and the family, but things change after that. So now you need to find things that you can express yourself through. So this has just been a wonderful find for me. I enjoy it.
That's great. I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming for this interview.
Oh, no problem. I'd love to do it. Yeah, love to see others out and enjoying each other and get to know each other. It's great.
Thank you.
And it's a wide range of age here too. I find everything from the early 50s all the way up into their 70s and 80s is really good, and all different experiences and life experiences that they share. It's really cute. It's excellent. So it's not just the art, but I learn something every week from you as well. How to graph today when we did the big art, and how to do distance, all things that I had no perception of just by watching it on TV or following it on a video. It makes much more sense when somebody expresses it to you.
I love it when people say they've learned something, because I strive to make this fun, but also so that people do learn something.
Yeah, that's
I
great.
appreciate that. Thank you.